What's it about? Neil Warwick is the head of EU competition law at Square One Law in Newcastle.
Well, this is the Supreme Court, which is the highest court in the land. All 11 judges sitting, and they're looking at the appeal from the original case where Mrs Miller took the government to court to say that it was unconstitutional for the Prime Minister to trigger Article 50 notice on her own. Government lost that one, they've appealed it, and the Supreme Court's going to hand down the judgment today.
What happens if the government is defeated, and what if it wins?
If the Supreme Court overturns the original decision, in theory, the Prime Minister, Mrs May, will be able to trigger Article 50 at any time, subject to Mrs Miller making another appeal again. The Prime Minister's already indicated that her preference would be to serve the notice no later than 30th of March 2017. Article 50's got a 2-year long stop, so we would have certainty that we would be out of the EU by March 2019. Equally, if the ruling's upheld, the Prime Minister's going to have to take it back to Parliament for a vote. The case isn't about whether we should leave the EU, the case is whether or not the Prime Minister should exercise royal prerogative.
Could MPs block the process if the government loses this appeal?
In theory, yes. I mean, some of it will depend on what kind of vote the Prime Minister puts forward. The smart money would be to have a simple yes-no vote. Can she use Article 50 or not? I think if the MPs went against the will of the country, that would trigger another constitutional crisis, which is the last thing we need. I think now's time for a little bit of stability and calm rather than continually arguing about the process.
Just who are the people making this decision?
Well, the Supreme Court replaced the House of Lords as the highest court in the land, but the process follows on, so these guys and girls have all been senior barristers, senior judges, worked their way up through the High Courts, the Court of Appeal. So you're talking about some very clever people who've put a lot of time into this, and it's ridiculous to say they won't be impartial. They know what they're doing.